The following video is sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The weather is cooling down, but the action is still hot on the field. That's why I have partnered up with DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL, to get you close to all the action. Right now, new customers who bet just $5 will get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now, sign up using my promo code Philly500, and the crown can be yours. If you've already signed up to DraftKings like me, you can get a no-sweat bet, get a bonus bet back if your same-game parlay or same-game parlay X bet does not hit. Maximum reward limits apply. Fans of multiple teams want to bet them all? Combine multiple bets together for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry about it. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers who use the promo code Philly500 and bet $5 will get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Philly500 only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Once again, I'd like to thank DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring today's video. And remember, use promo code Philly500, bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Everything as an Eagle fan that you have had the last 2 years, they don't think you deserve it. Everything that your team goes out and does, they don't think it's for you. They think the Eagles stink. They think they deserve it. And that's why this week, the San Francisco 49ers are going down. Yo, by the way, kick Dingbat here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. Happy Cowboys choke season to each and every one of you guys. It is December 1st, the start of the Cowboys choke season. But you know what? We're not here to celebrate the holidays right now. We are here for a funeral. That's right, the San Francisco 49ers funeral. So we're wearing all black today. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you like it, make sure you hit that like button. More important, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And I am ready to run through a wall. I am ready to double moonwalk some ass today because 49ers and Eagles are right around the corner. Cannot wait. I am so ready for this game. Now, a few things I want to talk about before we get into the game and my prediction. Desean Jackson officially retired a Philadelphia Eagle today. Congratulations to him. I thought he had a very interesting press conference talking about seeing Jalen Hurts and all the potential. And basically, he was like telling Howie, you need to get Carson Wentz out there and Jalen Hurts in there. That's pretty interesting to me. But congratulations to Desean Jackson on retiring a Philadelphia Eagle. And then also, Zach Ertz has cleared waivers, and like I said in my video, the top two teams, my previous video, it's going to come down most likely to the Eagles and the Ravens, and it looks like those are your two top leading candidates. I think there's a good chance Zach Ertz will be back. I say if Shaq Leonard, for some reason, doesn't sign with the Eagles, I think it's 90% chance Zach Ertz comes back. Now, if Shaq Leonard signs with the Eagles, I still think it's about a 50% chance. But nonetheless, it looks like Zach Ertz to the Eagles is a possibility. And we are about to get Dallas Goedert back. So he would be a backup, but he would provide some good depth for us. Now, the injury report is out. Let's jump into this because there's a big-ass mother-humping game this week. Big-ass, all right? So here's the injury report for today. Final injury report. Fletcher Cox, groin. He's doing what Lane Johnson did. I have a groin injury too from Sunday night trying to make babies. Trying to make triplets. You get groin problems trying to make triplets. But he did not practice. Fletcher Cox is questionable. I don't know if he's going to play, and if he does, it's going to be sparingly. Linebacker Zach Cunningham, hamstring, he's out. Justin Evans, knee, he's out. Now, Evans' 21-day window is closing rapidly to be activated on the roster. It sounds like he's done for the year. The guy is not bad, but he's just always hurt. Tight end, Grant Calcaterra, ankle, he's questionable. Tight end, Dallas Goedert, was back at practice today, which was very, very cool to see. Nick Sirianni was fired up about it, but he's doubtful to play. I'm going to say this, I believe Dallas Goedert's playing. I believe that doubtful designation is to throw everybody off. I think the Eagles want to surprise the 49ers by activating Dallas Goedert right before the game to play. So I'm going to say Goedert's going to play, but we'll see. Julio Jones, knee, limited practice. And then A.J. Brown, thigh. Jordan Davis, hamstring. Lane Johnson, groin, making babies. Devontae Smith, knee. DeAndre Swift, ankle. Milton Williams, concussion. They were all full practice and will play. They are a go. Now, I keep telling everybody, and I think, I think people have to start understanding how big this game is. This game is a monster game for the Eagles. This is the biggest game of the year. And if the Eagles win, it'll be bigger than the Cowboys game next week. The only way next week the Cowboys game is as big as this game is if the Eagles lose. If the Eagles win, yeah, you could rest everybody against Dallas. I mean, you wouldn't do it, but Dallas you pretty much got a stranglehold on the conference. I kind of want to take a look right now just at the standings of the NFC, because I think people got to understand this. People say to me, Philly, I posted something about how important the 49ers game is, and I get people reaching out to me saying, I understand the 49ers game is important, but it's not as important as the Cowboys game. It'll never be as important as the Cowboys game. And I'm saying, no, it is. It is. Maybe from an emotional standpoint and of a team you hate, of course it's always going to be the Cowboys. That's not what this is about. But from purely a standings and purely a place of tiebreakers, this 49ers game is way more important than that Cowboys game next week. All right, look, the Eagles are 10-1 here, okay? They're ranked number 1. Then they have a 2-game lead on the Niners, Lions, and the Cowboys. A 1.5-game lead on the Cowboys because they haven't played yet. But the Eagles, if they beat the 49ers, as you can see, would be 8-4. The Eagles would be 10-1, okay? The chances that the Eagles are going to have 3 more losses the rest of the year is slim to none, okay? And anything's possible, so it's not guaranteed that everything would be locked in, but you would have a stranglehold on the conference if you beat the 49ers. The 49ers would have 4 losses, and they would lose a tiebreaker for you. They'd be 4.5 games back of the Eagles if the Eagles win this game. That's the kind of swing I see this game being. 3.5. But if the Eagles beat the 49ers can't really catch them, okay? Now, when you look at a team like the Detroit Lions, we don't play them, but they have 2 conference losses. We have none. The 49ers have 1 conference loss. If the 49ers beat you, you both have the same conference loss, and they beat you head-to-head. So the 49ers would essentially, if the record's the same, beat the Eagles, and they could easily jump the Eagles. The Eagles would be very in danger of getting jumped by the Niners if they lose this game, because the Niners' schedule is easy. Their hardest game on their schedule is Baltimore. It's in San Francisco. It's not in Baltimore. You got to win this game. And as far as Dallas goes, if you beat the 49ers, you become 11-1. You have 0 conference losses. And 49ers, like I said, you would have the tiebreaker. You would still have 2 games up on Detroit because they have 2 conference losses. And Dallas has 3 conference losses. So let's say you beat the 49ers. You go out, you beat the 49ers. Well, Dallas, you play them next week. Let's say you lose to them, and you're 11-2. And then let's say you lose to Seattle. You're 11-3, and then they're 11-3. Well, guess what? If you're 11-3 and Dallas is 11-3, the 3 conference losses is going to cause the Cowboys to lose the division and the seeding. So the 49ers game is the key to putting this whole conference to rest. If you lose to the 49ers, you have to beat Dallas. That's the biggest game of the year. But the Eagles, they take care of business. They beat the 49ers. They have a stranglehold. Even if you were losing Seattle and Dallas, you finish up with the Giants, Arizona, and the Giants. Nobody's catching you. This is the biggest game of the year, and I want people to understand, besides all the trash talking, all the bullshit that we've heard from the 49ers for the whole all season, all of it doesn't matter. You win this game, you pretty much you lock up the NFC without locking it up. It'll be locked up by Christmas. Guarantee you that. Now, as terms of this game, and I'm sorry to spend a lot of time on that, but it's just so important to understand what this game means and put it in the proper context. The Cowboys will always be a bigger rival and you'll hate them more. But this game, for getting a number 1 seed, which I think with the Eagles, who have played a lot of football, I think it's important to get that rest with the number 1 seed and get that bye week. So, in this game, when I look at this game, 49ers, Eagles, 49ers thought that they got ripped off, that the Eagles were lucky and that the Eagles didn't deserve it. Isn't it funny that it's always a common thread when it comes to our Eagles, that we don't deserve it, we didn't earn it, we shouldn't be respected. It's amazing to me. If you look at the things that we have done, if any other team have done those things, they would be the greatest team we've seen in years. Instead, the Philadelphia Eagles, no, nothing. And when you look at this game, okay, and you look how pissed off the 49ers are coming in, how important it is for them to beat us, they are going to be at their best. So we have to be at our best. Okay? I don't think you can afford to go down 10 at halftime to the 49ers. I don't feel like you can afford that. I don't feel like it's going to work this week. This is the best team we're playing all year. That's how I look at it. And the 49ers, in my opinion, they're good. But there's certain things that they need to have happen, otherwise they're in trouble. And when I come out in this game and I look at the Eagles' offense versus that defense, it's a very good defense. It is a very good defense. Very good defensive line. They can sure as hell get to the quarterback. But the one thing I believe the Eagles can do is they can run the ball on the 49ers. I think this is a great week to introduce the RPOs back on this team and go heavy on them. And if I'm the Eagles, I come out and I'm running. I'm not coming out throwing 3 times. I'm coming out running. I'm going to establish a run game early. I'm going to take it to them early. A lot of times the Eagles' philosophy is come out throwing, get a lead, and then run in the second half. I'm going to reverse it. I am going to come out and I am going to run. I am going to run at Javon Hargrave. We know you can run against him. The Eagles can run against this team. Okay, and I'm going to run DeAndre Swift. I might even let Penny play and have 4 running backs going. Plus, I'm going to give Jalen Hurts opportunities to run. But I'm going to do it early in the first half. Okay, now what I think that'll do is once the Eagles establish the run, I believe it'll start to wear down the 49ers defense throughout the course of the game. I believe play action and all that will be available to the Eagles. And I love Devontae Smith in this game. I think he's going to have another big game. And, A.J. Brown too. This is a good defense. But you can do certain things with them. I think if the Eagles and their game plan is to come out and be physical with the 49ers and run the ball and wear them out over the course of the game, I think they'll be able to move the ball. And I think they're going to do it. I think DeAndre Swift is going to have a big game this week. When I look at the Eagles' defense versus the San Francisco 49ers offense, it starts one way. You got to stop the run. Okay, these games, oftentimes, all of them, it's about winning the line of scrimmage. And the Eagles have to come out and stop the run. What I want to do is I want to stop the run, and I want Purdy to have to beat me. I want to force him to have to beat me, and I'm going to bring pressure. And I believe, as good as the 49ers offensive line is, it is good, but you can get to them up the middle. And I believe that this is all about Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and the pressure they get up the middle on the 49ers. If you stop the run, if you can shut it down, especially McCaffrey, they're going to try to do end arounds with Debo and all sorts of things like that. And of course, you'll have to watch out for it. But stop the run and get pressure up the middle. Force Purdy to have to beat you. I believe if the 49ers aren't running the ball well, if the 49ers aren't going out there and moving the ball through the ground, it's going to hurt them. And if the Eagles have a lead going into the fourth quarter, if the Eagles are up, I don't know, 27-20, 27-17, something like that, it's over. It's over. Eagles get the lead, 49ers are done in the second half. Early leads happen, but let's say late third, fourth quarter, Eagles have a lead, I believe the 49ers are done. If the 49ers have a lead, the Eagles aren't done. The Eagles are never done, okay? But I think this is a big game for Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Milton Williams is coming back. We don't know what we're going to get with Fletcher Cox, but I believe the pressure up the middle, stopping the run, will put the 49ers in a position where they're going to have to start taking chances and having Purdy make throws. Now, Brandon Ayuk, to me, is their best pure wide receiver. Debo is more of a Swiss Army knife. But I think if you come out offensively, run the ball early on, establish it, wear them out, and then on the opposite side, get pressure up the middle and stop McCaffrey, stop the running game. Purdy is not Josh Allen. He is not going to get a lot of yards running the ball. I don't believe that. You know, you look at the game last week versus Buffalo. Everybody's talking about, oh, the Eagles gave up a lot of yards. They really didn't to running backs. It was Josh Allen improvising, and that's what he's really good at. I don't believe Purdy has that element to the level of a Josh Allen. He could do a little bit of it. I've seen him do a little bit of it. But pressure up the middle, stop the run, and I think you got to do some things creatively. I think you got to bring some heat, bring some blitzes, and I think you're going to see Jalen Carter's best game as a professional, and I think he's going to have a big game, and I think Hassan Reddick is going to have a big game. I expect this game to be nothing less than a back and forth, whatever the same exact things you see every week. With the Eagles for 11 weeks, you're going to see again. This is going to be a close game. This is going to be a close game. There's going to be seesawing, but I do think this is going to be the Eagles' best game. They are disrespected at home. They're 3-point underdogs. You can't tell me that the Eagles are not feeling disrespected. I think this is the best game for the Eagles this year. I think DeAndre Swift, big game. And I also think Jalen Carter and Hassan Reddick are going to have monster games. Byard being there will continue to be better. Kittle is the guy that scares the hell out of me. We have a problem with tight ends. They kill us. But we seem to manage to get by. And I think Kittle will get his yards, will get his stuff. But if you can, like I said, get pressure up the middle, stop the run, put it in Purdy's hands, I think it's going to be a problem. And when I look at this game, I think this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be possibly game of year type game. And I think the Eagles are going to come out, and I think they're going to play their best football. And I think everybody's expecting them to lose. I think they feel disrespected. And I think when it's all said and done, I have the Eagles winning this game 27-21. I believe the Eagles are going to have their best complete game. And because they come out, try to wear the 49ers down through the course of 4 quarters, I think it's going to help them. I really think Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are going to shine this game. Pressure up the middle, stop the run, and you beat the 49ers. I don't believe the 49ers are going to be able to come from behind to beat us, even though we can them. So I got the Eagles winning 27-21 in a hell of a game. Of course, I will be streaming this live, so make sure you come hang out with me. And then once we win this game, we can sit back and we're going to say, all right, Shaq Leonard, you want to come to Philly or you don't want to come to Philly? And Cowboy fans are going to be going, all right, it's Eagles-Cowboys for the division. And we're going to be saying, nah, we're 2 games up. And, we might rest some players this game because we got you. We got you. It's pretty much, it's like playing chess, right? You got them in check. You got them in check, and they only got a couple more moves, and it's checkmate. That's how big this 49ers game is. No doubt about it. The only way the Cowboys game is bigger than this game is if the Eagles lose. If the Eagles win, it's over. It's over. That's my thoughts on this game. Let me know what your score is. Put it in the comment section. I would love to see it. We will be streaming live. Look for that. And with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. So isn't it funny that today the narrative and the word clutch now mean a lot more to Cowboy fans than it did 24 hours ago? 24 hours ago, they dismissed being clutch as, oh, that's a team thing. Now, because Dak Prescott had to come from behind win or won in a close game, it's an amazing statistic. It's MVP material. The guy did it once to a team that gave the game away, and I'm supposed to say that he's the MVP? He isn't the MVP. Jalen Hurts is the MVP. Look at the teams he has beaten. And when he beats the 49ers on Sunday, nobody can say anything else. And let me tell you, the Cowboys players, they're already talking. You got Des Bryant running his mouth saying that the Eagles will be the second team the Cowboys beat with a winning record. Let me tell you, the Eagles beat the Niners. That Cowboys game doesn't have the same impact that they think it does. And that's how we won it. Denzel Washington out.